It's been brought to my attention that one of my associates on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, doesn't actually know how to disassemble his 1911. So we're going to rectify that by doing one of my favorite things, disassembling a 1911 with no tools. You'll notice I have a loaded magazine. This is going to be important. And we have an empty chamber. So with it cocked and locked, depress the recoil spring plug, rotate the barrel bushing out of the way, take the plug off of the spring, disengage the safety, run the slide back to the disassembly notch right here, push the slide lock lever through, remove that, slide assembly comes off of the frame. And now we have our recoil spring guide, recoil spring. We can remove the barrel bushing by rotating it the other direction, put the swinging link downward, the barrel through the front of the slide. And we're going to come back to this here in just a moment. On the frame, with it still cocked, I'm going to kind of hold that in place with my finger. I'm going to rotate the safety up to the halfway position and pull it out. The spring detents are going to pop out of this tube here. Now with the safety removed, I'm going to take the safety and push through the pin that holds in the mainspring assembly. Now this may take just a little bit of force. I have a magazine. Once you get it started, it is much easier to remove because it has this little groove in the center to help retain it. A little bit of downward pressure on the mainspring housing will help you get that the rest of the way out. Now we have the mainspring out, and the grip safety falls right out. We have pins here. Well, I can take out my 3-in-1 spring. We have pins here for the hammer and for the sear, so I'm going to poke out the pin for the hammer. Hammer comes right out. And now, before I can take out my sear pin, I'm going to need to remove the grips. So I'm going to take a 45 ACP round. I'm going to use the rim as a screwdriver to get these started. Please excuse the lawnmower. John Moses Browning invented it this way. The slot in the screw is supposed to be the width of a 45 ACP rim, specifically for this purpose. So if you have a piece of spent brass, you have all of the tools you need to disassemble your 1911. If you happen to not have a piece of spent brass, you can still use the feed lips on the magazine, but it's a little more awkward. So those screws out, grip panels come off, and now I can take my hammer strut, give that a little start, or if you need a little bit more reach, you can use one of your spring detents. Push out your sear pin, sear and disconnector come right out, and now you take this little nose on your 3-in-1 spring right there, put it into the slot for the screw on the mag catch, push the mag catch in, and rotate that screw 90 degrees. Your mag catch comes out. And now your trigger slides right out the rear. Back to the slide, I'm going to take my hammer strut, push in on the firing pin, and I can remove the back plate. Put my finger over it because the firing pin's going to want to go flying. Take that out. Firing pin spring. And then I'm going to use that little nose on the 3-in-1 spring to catch the edge of the extractor and lift that out. The 1911 has been disassembled. That's it. Like that's it. So then we're just going to do the same thing in reverse. I'm going to put my extractor back in place, my firing pin and firing pin spring, back plate. Push down on the firing pin to allow that to pass by. If you have difficulty getting the back plate in place, make sure that your extractor is clocked correctly, because it does have a flat side that has to be facing the correct direction. I can put my barrel back in. Barrel bushing. And recoil guide, or recoil spring guide rod and recoil spring. Slide right in here. And I'm going to put the swinging link flat up against that. The trigger has an angled surface at the back that is to follow the contour of the magazine. So angled surface that way. Drop that in. Magazine catch. You're going to kind of hold it halfway in between and then do the reverse. Turn the screw 90 degrees clockwise. That will spring into place. Your mag catch is now in, and your spring is, or your trigger is being retained. Now for the part some people struggle with. I'm going to take my disconnector and my sear, put them together like this. So the flat of the disconnector goes up against the trigger bar, and your sear makes a C shape with the ledge on bottom. Just like this. I'm going to lay it into the little hole right back here, if you can see that, and then lay it flat on the trigger bar. And now I take my sear pin and start it into the hole, and then if I pull the trigger, it can help me align the hole for the sear and the disconnector, and now those are retained. Now I'm going to take my hammer, put that into place. It will have to be in the cocked position because you have the sear in place. Hammer pin goes through. There we go. I can pull the trigger to disengage the sear and let the hammer forward. I'm going to swing up the hammer strut. I'm going to put in my 3-in-1 spring. Make sure that rests nicely on the sear and on the disconnector. Sorry, other way around. The sear and the disconnector in the center there. And then I like to take my mainspring housing and put it in just a little bit to retain that 3-in-1 spring so it doesn't fall out. I'm going to put my hammer strut downward, and then let gravity help you out a little bit here and get your hammer strut set right in the little cup for the mainspring. Sorry, getting a little out of frame there. Right in the little cup for the mainspring housing. And now my grip safety goes into place. I'm going to put in my safety in the wrong orientation just to retain that for now, because you can't insert it fully with the hammer decocked, but that's a lot of tension on the mainspring if this is cocked. So I'm going to press down on that to clear it, hold the mainspring assembly in place, start this pin, and then I can use my magazine to drive it the rest of the way. There we go. Now I'm going to pull this out, pull out my safety slightly. I'm going to cock the hammer, swing the safety down. I'm going to put in my spring detents, tapered end in first, slide that back in there. Might have to give it just a little bit of an assist. And now back to that same kind of halfway position. I'm going to push the safety down into place. It's now very positive. Decock it just for my own comfort. I can put my grip panels back on. Okay. Put the round back in the magazine. Now I take my slide assembly, making sure that the barrel link is in the forward position up against the recoil spring guide rod. Put the slide onto the frame and then watch for that hole to line up with the swinging link. I'm going to insert my slide lock lever, push up past this little spring detent, and then as we come back we get to the takedown notch, push all the way through, slide forward, safety engaged, recoil spring plug, push that into place, turn the barrel bushing back over, and it is back together. And there you go. That is how to disassemble and reassemble your 1911 with no tools.